Hello, my name is Jason Malinak, author of Etsy-preneurship, and let's look at the question, what are the common pricing pitfalls Etsy sellers face? Pricing can be a big headache for Etsy sellers, and having a pricing formula is very important. So here are some of the pricing formulas I've seen in the Etsy forums. Cost plus labor times 2 equals the wholesale price times 2 equals the retail price. Another one is materials plus your hourly wage plus your overhead equals your wholesale price. Another is materials plus your labor plus your expenses plus your profit equals your wholesale times 2 equals your retail price. So the one common thing you see in all of these, they're all talking about wholesale, and wholesale is a troublesome issue for Etsy sellers. So don't let wholesale pricing confuse you. Wholesale pricing is just what you would charge maybe a boutique store to buy your items, and then that boutique sells them at retail price. So the first thing is you're an expert at retail pricing. You know retail pricing. When you go into the store, you always see retail price. You know if that's a good price or not. You're an expert at this. You see those prices all the time, and you have a real good gut feel for what the real retail price is for a product. Most Etsy sellers start selling as retailers. When you actually list your product in your Etsy shop, you are a retailer. You're not looking at anything regarding wholesale. Wholesale opportunities also typically happen after some level of Etsy success or retail success. You have to really start selling some of your products retail before necessarily you jump into the wholesale market. And wholesale pricing is also negotiable. There is no hard fast rule that says it has to be times 2 or 50%. Everything is negotiable in the business world, especially wholesale pricing. And wholesale might not even be part of your strategy. So if you're getting my drift, don't let wholesale pricing confuse you when you're setting your pricing of your products on Etsy. So some of the common pricing pitfalls you might see are that you have a formula that's too simple at the detriment of completeness. You want to make sure you're covering all your costs or all the little areas in your pricing formulas. You also want to make sure your overhead is clearly defined. Oftentimes it's not. You also want to consider psychology of pricing. That's something that many Etsy sellers don't consider. And maybe you just don't have a pricing formula, or you're underpricing your product. So those are the common pitfalls that Etsy sellers have. You want to make sure that your pricing formula is simple and complete. You want it to be easy to use, and you want it to be flexible. You want it to have flexibility for one type of product to the next. You want it to be unique to your business, and you want it to be practical. And you also want it to be behind the scenes. You never want to really post what your pricing formula is on the Etsy forums where a customer might see it. You want it running behind the scenes and people not even thinking, oh, these prices are really weird. You want for your customer just to really see your products and see your prices that make sense. Here's a little graphic I put together about the psychology of pricing on Etsy. This is more of the qualitative type analysis of a price. There's power in even numbers and odd numbers and how consumers react to those. There might also be symbolism in those numbers. Numbers might mean certain things to different people. Also, there's decimal pricing theory, which talks about precise decimal prices that have decimals or show a premium or a discount, or even maybe have no significance if you add on the sense that the consumer won't even notice them and you'll just increase your profit margin. And there's also just popular number analysis. So I've put together a little interpreter of your pricing. You can put in your prices and see all these different psychology tools and how it interprets that price. And it's for sale in my Etsy shop, Etsy-preneurship. This is the download for the finance chapter of Etsy-preneurship. It really is the pricing formula that I've created that has 6 unique parts that every single Etsy seller should be able to use, and it gives them flexibility, and it's also customizable for your Etsy shop. You can use this time after time to give you confidence in the prices that you're putting in your Etsy shop. So chapter 5 is all about finances. For your Etsy business. It talks about pricing formulas, but it also talks about cash, budgeting, bank account management. It talks about financial mistakes to avoid, and also some good financial foundations you can set up for your business to have a competitive advantage, and really help your Etsy business achieve success.